Hey there friends, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and this is my garden. Hey!
Alright, well, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and that was a quick update. Hey there, this is the only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you from the front yard today.
It's the only Sir Cracker. Guess what? I knew the camera was on the entire time, because I'm having fun with you. Okay, so that would be the old intro, right? Well, how about a new intro? Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking about doing a new intro. Something kind of like this. Now, see, I think that is a little bit more my style. Yeah, I know. Everyone loves the old intro because, well, I'm having fun with you. It's not a big change in itself, but it's definitely time to update. It's been a few years, and I thought something new would definitely give a little bit more of a spring in my step. Also, I'm trying a few other things too. It will be all new. I'm the only Sir Cracker, and you have been watching me up until now in my garden. Well, now the garden life is what we're all about. So I am changing the layout and the style of the way I do films. So kind of a little transition. Please feel free to sit back, enjoy, and of course, bear with me. So for starters, what's growing on is the peppers. It seems like the peppers, now that the weather's cooled off, they're starting to grow again. They're starting to act as if it's spring. My son. Starting to grow again and act as if it's spring. And they are putting on more blossoms, putting on more fruit. And it's a good thing. I'm hoping that the weather at night stays cool enough to be able to maintain the pace of growth so that we can at least be able to harvest the peppers off of the plants. And also, that's right, little man is gone. And also, I am growing cabbage at this moment in time. The cabbage is looking fantastic. A few of them are starting to grow heads, but they're starting to grow a little bit more. They're getting bigger, and I think that is also due to the cooler weather that we are having. And in further news, we also are growing onions. And the thing about my onions, if you don't know, is I planted them in the spring. They did absolutely fantastic. They got big heads on them. They started to die off when the weather got really hot. And I've been very busy. And so my onions, well, they started growing again. They think it's spring again. And so all of the bulbs have all shrunk, and they've used up the energy for those in order to put on green growth. I don't think the bulbs are going to firm up again this year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but not too much longer, is I'm going to harvest all of the green, and I'm going to basically end up using them as green onions. So that's the plan at this moment. I'm hoping that they bulb up again, but I don't think it's going to happen. Also, we have peas in our garden. The peas are not that old, only about 3 weeks old. And as you can see, they're about 10 inches in height. And yeah, I'm hoping to get some pea pods and some flowers before the weather gets too bad. Again, this is a cold crop. It likes it cool. So definitely something to either grow in the early spring or something to grow in the fall. Also on my list is, let's see, what else did we have growing? Oh! Also in our garden, we planted some spinach. The spinach isn't doing quite as well as I hoped. I put in a ton of plants, but only a few have decided to come up. And I believe this is due to the squirrels. The squirrels this year, like last year, are pretty, well, they're meanie heads. They like to take what looks good, and if a sprout looks good, they're going to eat it. So it's just part of being out here in nature and being outside and growing with the environment. And it's okay. So I'm not going to trap them and move them to somewhere else or anything like that. Just going to let them have their spinach, and hopefully they get taken care of and they're warm and they have a good winter. And I've saved, I think, the best for last. At least I'm hoping I saved the best for last. I planted, if you remember, in that bed that had my daughter's tomato plants in it. Well, I ripped the tomato plants out, and in that bed I planted baby red potatoes. And so they are sprouting. As you can see, they are starting to come up. And also, I'm getting new flowers on the marigold that is in there with them. I'm hoping to get some seeds off these marigolds. I did the giant marigolds last year, and they were absolutely awesome. I think I misplaced the seeds. I saved 2 great big envelopes of seeds, and I can't seem to find them. So now if I find them by spring, they'll be 2 years old, so I don't know how well they're going to do, but we can still give them a try. So I want to see if I can save some of these marigold seeds to put with my tomatoes next year, which I don't think I'm going to get really lucky. However, I am begging and I am pleading that I get some Praxis cherry tomatoes. I would love more than anything to honor Ray for everything that he's done for next year to grow nothing but cherry tomatoes. And I want to grow his Praxis cherries. And then I want to harvest all the seeds, and I want to put them in little plastic envelopes for him and mail them right back to him so that he can give them out in his grand seed giveaway. So as you can see, or as I showed you, the potatoes are starting to grow, and they are looking, well, absolutely amazing. Let's see, what else is going on in the garden? Not a whole lot. Actually, things have kind of died down. I pulled the tomato plants. All of my tomato plants have been pulled. They all just died back. I've got some green tomatoes that are in a bowl in the kitchen getting ready to make a chutney. I want to make a green tomato chutney. It just sounded really good, and so I want to try it. Never had any, and I figured, got green tomatoes, I might as well try it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I hope you like my new style of video, and definitely feel free to leave me comments, questions, and that sort of thing. So anyways, it's that time for me to say goodbye. So you all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining me here in my garden. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.